Inside the high school game presented by Reeves Law Firm, let us be your voice, and by Uncle Lou's Fried Chicken. If the Colonel had his recipe, he would have been a general. Now, let's get inside the high school game. The rare Thursday night municipal matchup featured a 6A showdown between Collierville and Houston. Mustangs, #1 team in the Great 8 power poll, jumping on the Dragons early. Opening drive, Mitch Austin looking deep, but Houston's Carson Gould on their creep. Give me that. Gould playing the passing lane like it's supposed to be played. The interception. Houston in good field position. This kid was straight bringing his game. Lincoln Pare, the senior, off to a tremendous start running the rock. That offensive line paving the way. First and goal, Mustangs, and Perry would do the honors few plays later. Over the top, 7-zip Houston. Just like that. But Collierville would turn things around. The Dragon offense started to percolate. Mitch Austin making up for the early mistake, using his legs to do it out of bounds. Tack on 15 for the late hit right there. Same drive, Austin again, he's got skills, and he says don't sleep on his wheels. Touchdown Dragons, game tied at 7. More big plays came in the first quarter. More Lincoln Pare in the first quarter, ripping off another outstanding run. This one going 60+ to put the Mustangs back in scoring position. They took advantage once again. Ethan Burns, Grayson hit, hook it up like a tow truck. Touchdown Mustangs. Extra point no good. 13-7 Houston. Still first quarter, Dragons not going away. Duplay Trevelyan on the dump off, and he gets into the end zone. Collierville giving the Mustangs a run early. They led 14-13, but Houston would explode from there, scoring 22 unanswered in the second quarter. Lincoln Pare back to the end zone, his third touchdown of the half. 35-14 Mustangs in the break, and Perry just kept running and running and running all night. He was on fire. 300+ yards, 5 touchdowns, including this 80-yard scamper right after halftime. Mustangs flexing. 56-28 the final. So Lincoln's big game, the third straight week of players rushed for nearly 300 or more. 2 weeks ago, Tommy Clifton had 299 for Millington. Last week, Mac Fullen had 427 and 5 touchdowns for TRA, and Perry follows that up with 363 and 5 touchdowns for the undefeated 7-0 Mustangs. Meanwhile, the Region 8 6A second-ranked team in the Grade 8 power poll, the exact opposite, all defense. Whitehaven bringing their 5-1 record against White Station. Spartans, highest scoring team in the region coming in, but stopping opposing offenses is what Whitehaven does. They do a lot through turnovers. Tigers taking one away early on the interception. The first of many on the night. That kind of game. Whitehaven trying to take advantage, but White Station with a good defense too. No score early. First points came on this field goal in the second quarter. Abdul Ba doing a good job for the Tigers this year. They gave Whitehaven a 3-0 lead. Later, wild play almost turned into a big play. A man wide open and they miss him. Tigers missing a chance to add more points. The Spartan defense dodging a bullet. Then they make a play. The quarterback sack. And when it came to making big plays, the Tiger defense did that all night, all over the field. No fly zone at the fairgrounds. Tamari McDonald on the pass breakup. Then big fella says, give me some of that action. The interception and rumble, big man rumble. Richard Ellis, the pick 6. Tigers took a 10-0 lead to the locker room. Second half, it was more the same. Bryson Easton rocking that UT towel, and Vol fans will love this. Easton with Whitehaven's third interception. They have 4 in the game. They had their 4th shutout of the season. Tiger defense on fire. 17-0 the final, and bad news for the rest of the teams on the schedule. They'll get another bye week this week after coming off a bye week last week after not finding a 10th opponent for their schedule. So Whitehaven will get a second week of rest before heading back to region play. They'll take on Germantown on the 25th and wrap up the regular season with Central the following week. Let's take a look at scores from around the area on a light Friday night for football. A lot of teams on the bye week is most set to celebrate fall break. In fact, there'll be a game every day of fall break. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, there'll be high school football games. Stay tuned for highlights of those coming up later on in the week. Right now, let's take a look at our primetime performer of the week for Week 7. It was a special performance from TRA running back Mac Fullen last Friday night.
I know it was a big game, coming out when we first, came out of the gates, and the run game was working so well. I knew it was going to be a good game.
Fullen had a spectacular game, breaking off runs of 81, 80, and 63 en route to 427 yards and 5 touchdowns in a Rebel win. He came just 52 yards shy of setting a state single-game rushing record.
And I actually got a call from my dad. He was listening to it on the radio, and he said that the radio guy said he was at 500 yards. I was like, there's no way he's at 500 yards. So on the ride home, we started tallying everything up. At halftime, he had 355. He had a little hip issue, so we decided to kind of not ride him as hard second half. And I think all of us wish we may gave him a few more carries to get him over that over the record. But that's a special number.
And while Mac's game was unbelievable, believe it or not, it wasn't his first 400-yard game. He did it as a freshman.
When he did it as a freshman year, his last game of the season, and it was just unreal. And he did it a whole different way. He was ran the ball outside. That game was all buck sweep, all different types of sweeps. And this game was straight up the middle, just old school pounding the football.
And for a guy who has 2 career 400-yard rushing games, his attitude is old school as well. He doesn't care for the individual hype. He just likes playing the game.
I try to not focus on it, like Twitter and that kind of stuff. Last night was the first time I even opened Twitter since probably 2 weeks. I mean, I don't try to focus on those things and let that get in my head or anything like that. Back
to his freshman year, he'd gotten a lot of accolades, and when we got the All-State thing, he's like, "Man, Coach, just kind of keep it quiet, whatever." I said, "We can't keep All-State stuff quiet, That's kind of a big deal." But he doesn't like the limelight, doesn't like the spotlight. He just comes to work every day. Has rewrote the record books here at Rosemark, holds every rushing record.
Basically playing football, just running the ball. I mean, that's what I've been doing since I've really been playing football. That's just what I do.